fiance at home, but she was like Lane's
friend.
Like, whatever. Yeah.
Friend with benefits.
Friend.
Or something. And then I always just think of, like, her. I think of, like, Keisha. I think of all the girls that always get, like, kicked to the curb at the end. You're like, yeah, if only. If only. But hopefully this season that won't be a problem.
I agree.
In some way, shape, or form. I'm into girl power. But
Danielle, would you mind if I talk to Clay just for a minute? What?
Obviously, you take them down again.
Take what?
I was leaving them up there because you're going to eat them again.
No, I'm later.
Oh.
Yay. Hey. Well, obviously we're not best friends. I'll start by saying that.
Emotions run high in this house.
They do.
It's really, really tough.
It is tough.
It's something I've definitely learned.
Yes.
For sure.
And, you know, now that you're HOH, you get to make nominations. I'm really excited for you. Like, I want to say genuinely, like, and this is not me blowing smoke up your ass, like, I really am excited for you. You really worked hard last week and this week. Like, you completely deserved it. And I know it was obvious we were targeting each other.
Of course.
Yeah. And that was, I mean, if I would have won that one, I would have put you up. I know. And you would have put me up. You know, it was like we were targeting each other in that competition. And that was obvious. But I wanted to say that, you know, I do respect you and that as a competitor, and it does make me happy to see other people, especially people that, like, I told you, like, 2 weeks ago, like, win competition, and you did.
Yeah.
And so I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know you don't owe me any alliance. I know you don't owe me anything. We have no friendship in the house, really. We have nothing. But I will tell you that, you know, if you don't nominate me this week, I promise you I will not nominate you next week. And that is not just a promise, but a competitive respect thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I now 100%, Kalia, I really respect you.
Thank you.
And
that means a lot. It really does.
I know. But I don't mean I know. I mean, like,
but no,
I'm
it means a lot.
still emotional.
No, of course. And I know the people in this game, like,
yeah,
they, especially people that played before, they really value it, and they value the game itself.
100%.
And when you come in, like, new kid on the block, of course, you want to, like, prove yourself. You want to, like, show people that you want to be here, too.
You're the only new person that's won.
I know. That's what they were downstairs, like, you're the first newbie. And I was like, oh, crap, that's right.
Yeah.
So that feels nice, too.
It's like, awesome. It does. It feels and really good. Not only did you win, but you took out 3 veterans. I mean... that you did a really good job, Clay, and I really do respect you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I think that it's great to see someone that is actually competing in this game. Because
there's a lot of people that I'm still unsure of. I'm like, what's going on? That's nerve-wracking, because then you don't know where people are.
Or where people are, and I completely understand. I completely agree. And for me, like, Brendan and I really did compete hard. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, that's clear.
Yeah, and take Brendan out of the equation, I still am a competitor, and it's something that you just have in you. Like, obviously, you are too. Mm-hmm. And we saw that last week when you were like, F this, I'm going to stay up here, you know?
I was like,
it was like you're doing it just to prove a point.
I know. And I also knew Danielle was never going to come down.
Oh, my gosh,
her 92-pound body. I was like, you're never going to fall off this stupid thing, and I'm going to, like, fall to my death.
Seriously.
Oh, God. So, I understand, and I understand that, like... I genuinely, like, jumped off, like, was so excited to win, and, like, 2 seconds later, I was like, oh, crap, I have to nominate people now. Yeah. Like, that's the place that I don't want to be in. It's like, and that's the thing, you're in the house, and you're upset, you're pissed, you're whatever, all these emotions, and then when it actually comes time to, like, be the person that nominates people, it's like, oh,
it's really tough.
Crap, yeah.
I know.
So, I definitely, like, have so much to think about, and, like, what to do, but... you know, whatever it is, I'm going to try and do what's best, obviously, for myself and the people in the house. And I do value having people in the game that are, you know, someone told me, my aunt, like, loves this show, and she was like, you know, it always seems like people are fighting for their lives in there. And she's like, if you're just coasting, if you're not fighting, then you probably shouldn't be there. And and
that's how I feel, too.
That if you're not fighting each week, then
you shouldn't be in the house.
Yeah. So, definitely, just got to... think things through. I really have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna blow smoke. I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
I totally respect that and understand that.
I really don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna try and sit and think on it and pray on it and kind of figure out. Because I also don't want to take anyone out of this game that, you know, don't want to say wants and deserves, but wants to be here for, like, the right reasons. And I also don't want to shoot myself in the foot, and I don't want to take away, like, this, you know, experience and opportunity from somebody. Do you know what I mean? So it's like there's just a lot of things to...
It's tough. It's really... You're in a tough spot.
No.
Winning HOH is just so fun.
And then you're like, I'm safe! And then you're like, oh, shit.
You're like, I have to, like, nominate people. And it doesn't get easy because then next week you can't compete. So it's even harder.
So you also have to kind of, like, clean your tracks at the same time. Trust me. I'm like, oh, God.
I know.
So
it's tough.
And I don't obviously have a lot of people, you know, if anybody, on my side in this house. So it's kind of like, you know, next week I'm back out, you know, on my own. So I do have to.
Well, you have Danielle. And
I do have Danielle, but Danielle has, I mean, Danielle's in her same boat. Like, Danielle and I are genuinely friends, but she has her own boat to kind of ride as well, you know, just because she's another person that people are, you know, kind of after. So it's like,
it's tough.
It's tough.
And the reason it's tough too is because when you do win things in this game, people want to target you more. So it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I will say, from my heart as a competitor and being in this game, because I obviously want to be here, that when someone wins an HOH especially, I really respect that, because not only are you fighting to be in the game, but you have to make tough decisions. And that, to me, like, I'll tell you, 2 weeks ago, if you made it to the final two, I probably would have never voted for you. But now, like, I am telling you, I was thinking about this outside, and I was like, shit, Kalia's fucking down. I was like, wow. And I really, like, for me, that's what I want to see. And I respect that, and I can compete with that. And if you take me out, I'll be like, hey, she fucking did it, you know? And I respect that. But if you don't,
of course,
I'll tell you that from a competitive promise and standpoint, that I will not nominate you next week if I were to win HOH. And if you wanted to make deals or talk about making deals.
But you're fighting for yourself. And at the end of it, no matter who we're all, like, linked with or friends with or whatever, we're still, only one of us is gonna win at the end. So you still have to do what's best for you. So I understand. And I'm definitely sure I'll talk to you again tomorrow, and I'm gonna talk to because it's just like, there's so much to think about.
I know, it's
all
crazy.
The time.
It's
you
crazy.
Get excited. It's like the run of emotions. You're like,
I know.
Oh man. So.
And Danielle will guide you. We're not necessarily friends, but she knows this game very well.
I think that, like, oh God, I know so much happens, and it's so, like, emotional and stressful in here, but I don't think that, like, all is lost between the two of you, even outside of the house. I will say, I know she's my friend, and, like, I will be 100% honest with you, like, there's pain and there's hurt between the two of you, obviously, but she, like, really, like, genuinely cares about you and Brendan, and has since, like, the day we walked in here. That much I was sure of. I was like, okay, she's really, like, she really was with you guys, you know what I mean? So, like, for whatever it's worth, I know it's a third party, and it's probably, like, seemingly a biased opinion, but I don't think it will all be over. Of course, there's lots. I'm not saying that it would ever be, you know what I mean? But, you know, when the smoke clears, sometimes you can see a little bit clearer or something. I don't know. But
I know what you're saying.
And, so I'm, like, trying to be like.
And as much as Danielle is not my best friend, I do respect her too as a competitor. It doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything she does, but she wins, and she does a great job at this game.
Every single day that girl plays this game.
And I don't necessarily have to agree with how she plays it, but
you can say you are here doing what's on her.
She does, and she will guide you. And if you need any advice from me, I've won a few HOHs in my time too.
You have one. So, I've seen most of them in my own, like, first-hand experience, obviously. So for sure.
And I'd be more than happy to talk to you, but
I appreciate it. And I appreciate coming up here. I know it's not the shifts in power in this house, and, you know, our own whatever. I appreciate you coming up.
And honestly, it's not even about a shift in power. Like, I genuinely do respect you. I think it's awesome that you are the only newbie that fucking did it. And I have to say 100% that, like, that really speaks volumes.
Thank you.
And so I'm glad that you're here.
Appreciate it. Trust me, I really, like, I know it's, I really, really appreciate it, I promise. Because you want that, you want, you know. Everyone wants to, like, kind of be, I guess, validated in some way, but it feels good to kind of be, like, you know.
And you were definitely not a flitter.
God. Yeah, God.
You're definitely not.
Yeah.
I definitely respect that and everything that you've done in this game. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Of course. I'll let you listen to your music and everything.
Put my hand over my mouth.
Good
Thanks
luck.
so much for coming out.
You're welcome.
I really, really appreciate it. Sure, like, seriously.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Do you want me to tell Danielle to come back up here?
Sure. Whatever. I'm like so into this CD. I'm like, yeah. Oh, humble pie. It tastes good, doesn't it, homegirl? Trust that I always had a plan the whole time I was here. It was never coast and float.